right, guys, it's time for tonight's Tool Time Award. And tonight we're giving it to former Senator Chris Dodd. Now, by now you know that we have been vehemently opposed on this show to the Stop Online Piracy Act, even in its latest form, because it simply gives the government too much power to block websites, and it essentially kills your First Amendment rights on the web. It's a bill that has been backed most prominently by the Motion Picture Association of America, a group that's also won our coveted award after writing a list of reasons why Congress should back this bill. But let's get back to Dodd. After he left Capitol Hill as a senator, Chris Dodd has now taken on the new role, coincidentally, as chairman of the MPAA. And on Tuesday, he lobbied in favor of SOPA while speaking at the Center for American Progress. Now, he explained there, Hollywood is pro-internet. We stand with those strongly who oppose foreign governments that would unilaterally block websites and thus deny the free flow of information and speech. So I want to make it clear right at the outset that our fight against content theft is not a fight against technology. It is a fight against criminals. So, okay, Chris, we get it. You want to get rid of all those super evil pirates that are out there stealing the latest media coming out of Hollywood. However, your claim that the fight is not against technology is just not true. Of course it's against technology. You want to block websites that have any type of ties to pirated material. So how are your efforts at censorship not against technology? Now, Chris does his very best to spin his desire for censorship in the most benign way possible, but you know, he's not really going after the good ones. Only the criminals will be affected. If you're a good internet user, you've got nothing to worry about. It's an argument that's used to enforce censorship by dictators all over the world. Now, the unfortunate truth here is that once the government has the power to censor, it can censor anyone, not just the real criminals. And that was just one of Dodd's ridiculous proclamations made yesterday. According to Tech Dirt, he also stated that the entire film industry of Spain, Egypt, and Sweden are gone. Now, we're assuming that Dodd was implying that lax copyright law is to blame for the demise of the film industries. However, Mike Masnick proved that, well, his comment's just not true. In fact, the number of films produced in Spain, Egypt, and Sweden in 2009 was an increase from previous years, according to the UN. Back in '95, Sweden only made 17 films. 2009, 41 feature films. In '96, Egypt produced 24 films, but in 2009, that almost doubled to 46. And most importantly, Spain, the country with some of the loosest copyright laws and an outspoken critic of America's copyright protection laws, has also seen its film production triple over the past 15 years. So much for the piracy killing the international film industry. Well, now that Dodd's comments have been officially debunked, it's time to remind everybody about what the former senator is really rallying for. Dodd and the MPAA are encouraging legislation that will allow the Attorney General to blacklist websites engaging, the way they think, any type of infringing activity without any kind of trial. They're in favor of the government having free reign over what stays on the web and wants companies like internet service providers to help police the online world, targeting sites who share or even link to anything that could remotely resemble copyright infringement. But despite the growing outcry and opposition coming from major tech companies like Google, Mozilla, and eBay, the MPAA is carrying on with their lobbying efforts. Meanwhile, Chris Dodd sold out to Hollywood and is now arguing in favor of far-reaching censorship legislation. So tonight, the former senator is our Tool Time winner.